It's finally here. Oh my gosh, man. This is going to be a wild live stream, I tell you. I am going to be playing around with different transitions, creating elements, because I want my live streams to be cooler. I want them to be fun for me to do. I want them to be exciting for you to watch. I don't want them to just be me talking to a camera. I want motion. Like I have my A7S III on a motorized slider right now to create some dynamic shots for you. And also, Loupedeck sent me out a Loupedeck Live. This thing's pretty powerful, but I'm going to be testing it, and I'll probably be doing a full video on that soon, but just know we're going to be working within Streamlabs and Loupedeck software today because I'm creating assets. So I'm also going to be doing a lot of stuff within Premiere Pro, within After Effects, and potentially even Photoshop. So what's up, everyone? Welcome to the live stream. If you enjoy this, then I'm going to be doing more live streams. Let me know how's the video, how's the audio, but check this out. I can roll the intro. I don't even have to edit anymore. That is so satisfying every time, but Loupedeck makes this thing incredible. It took me a while to learn how to do this, but I've just been playing around. So hit me up in the comments what you want to see, because we have to make a lot. And by we, I mean I, since I'll be editing. And what I want to do is I want to create a be right back element where it's like if I have to go to the bathroom or fill up my water bottle, I can quickly click something down here and then it plays like a video, or it plays some animation that I've created. I also want to create a little transitional element, because right now all I have is this one. Like it just jumps back and forth. It's a slide and it's not that cool. But I know that I can make something better. So I'm thinking about taking my actual animation that I already have. Like let's jump onto the computer, pull up some files. Oh, side note, check this out. Look how clean my structure is. I have been wanting to do this forever. So I finally organized this into a working drive, a media scratch, and a local disk. And then I have a 32 terabyte NAS that has 10 gigabit speeds for editing off of and stuff. But I'm going to make a full video on this, because if you saw my video a while ago that I said deleting this video in 24 hours, you'll understand why I needed to do all this. But this is going to be an awesome video. So what I think I can do is with like my intro, I can pull up my... That's pretty loud. So I can pull up my intro sequence, and I feel like I can chop this up a little bit to get my awesome transitional element. Like right here, if I just put that in reverse, then maybe I can transition in between clips. So let's say hi to everyone. Also, I want to have a way of having chat on stream, because I think that would be really cool. Matchburst says, cool face, I guess. Zach Massey, yo, what's up? Tommy Hawk, bro, even your live streams look cinematic. What the dude, thank you. I really appreciate that. And Henby said, audio and video is looking very clean. So, thank you. I am going to make this live stream sick. Just imagine when I get a ton of assets today. Is that not annoying? But it's cool. So thank you for all the support today. Typically the live streams, they start off really slow. Like there's not a lot of viewers, and then as we go, we get more and more viewers. So I guess for the 10 people watching right now, what do you want me to start with? Do you want me to start with creating a transitional element to get something different than this? Or do you want me to create a be right back, which I can play when I'm going to the bathroom? Or do you want me to figure out a way to... I don't know, get text on screen so you can see your names popping up? Like, there's a lot of stuff that I don't know, and we're going to learn together, but I'm going to be diving into After Effects, Premiere, Photoshop, creating all these assets and overlays so that I can create a better live stream for you. So if you're in the live stream, let me know what would make this better, because I feel like we're already at like a good level in terms of... Did my camera stop moving? I think it did. In terms of quality, but I want to increase that, because why not? So loop, have that on, playing. So now my slider should be moving. All right, we're good. The sounds great. Tommy said, how long did that intro take too? That looks dope, but I can imagine it taking a while. Intro, I already edited the video a long time ago. It was a 2018 video that I did, and then I just clipped it together. I created the countdown in After Effects, so probably 20 minutes. I just pulled in old clips, found a song that was pretty cool, and that's another thing. Let's play some music. This is the song I used. Also, just let me know if like the music's too loud or something. I can, chop it out. But yeah, I'm just pulling music from Artlist. Use the link in the description down below if you want to help support the channel and get songs that you can use in live streams or in just your channel itself. So I'm gonna turn that down a little bit so you can still hear me. But let's open up After Effects and then go to this one. So I have an ultra wide, so it's a little cut off right here. So I have to just resize my video layers. I'm gonna close that. Let's do this. And copy this over. And I'm also going to pull my Streamlabs off to the side so then I can see what is happening. Or actually that top monitor that I just added in. All right. So I think that's good. That's on screen. Yeah. So let's create a new project because we're going to start making a transitional element. And let's save this as live stream assets, live stream transition. All right, and then I'm going to pull in my 2 assets. All right, so those are pulled in, and then we have my, what was this? That's the end screen, and then this one is my intro, and that's loud. So what am I doing? Nope, I don't want to add that to the render queue. I drag this down here for new composition, and then from here, let's make something dope. The reason why I'm in After Effects is I can't hear myself think. You guys will have to let me know if the audio is too loud. Or if it's not, then I'll keep the audio the way it is. Henby said, do you live fully out of YouTube, or do you also have contracts with companies? Yeah, so I work a full-time job on top of YouTube and everything else that I'm doing. But YouTube is a big portion of it, and selling digital assets and stuff. So I do have another job, but it's hard to manage your time. So most of my stuff I do at night, and then my job stuff's in the morning. But thank you for asking. All right, so let's see. What I want to do is actually, for starters, just kind of, I'm not going to see that transparency because I know it's transparent to an extent. It's nothing crazy. But what if I just pop in some of this? I'm going to hold Control-Shift-D to split that layer. And then I just want to pull in the end portion. Like maybe right there, Control-D. Delete this, and then put these 2 together. Because I don't want this transition to be too crazy. Yeah. I think, so my only theory is that like whenever I create transitional elements, it starts playing the video because I tested this earlier, so I need it to start where there is no transparency. So maybe if it's just like clops up like that, Control-D, and then right when it starts, we're gonna make that right there. Yeah. That looks good. So this audio needs to keep running. But I don't want the opacity on here. And this will make sense in a little bit. Control right arrow to move 1 frame. So if this is the start of it, boom. That may be annoying, to be honest. What if I take the audio off on this one? No, it definitely needs the audio. And then I also need to take the audio down on this guy. So audio levels, go out, bring that down. So that looks good. That cuts out right there. And let's drag our work area. This is so weird doing it this way, but hopefully it'll make sense once I render this out. All right, so I'm going to File, Export, Add to Render Queue. And that looks good. I'm gonna delete those and do that again. Also, I don't know why YouTube doesn't really recommend your live streams, at least for a little bit, or it just could be early. Add to render queue. Best settings, yes, I like best settings. I'm gonna come down here to lossless and change the channels to RGB and alpha, so that will save my transparency data. And let's export this to live stream transition, and just render that out. How long is that gonna take? Boom! I love this PC. That was fast. That was so fast. Magma says, bro, great stuff right here. Keep going with it. Thank you, man. Thank you. Or girl, if you're a girl. But I appreciate it. I'm trying to just kind of create better content and live content. Because one, it's easier for me. And two, it'd be cool for you. I'm going to quickly check the music, see if it's too loud. And just render that out. How long is that going to take? Boom. I love this PC. That was fast. Oh, yeah. No, it's pretty good. So I like that. All right. So the music is good. I'm going to keep the music going. I can turn it up a tiny bit. How often do I do these live streams? I don't know. It's kind of like whenever I feel like it. And to be honest, like, I want to start doing them more. All right. We're still moving. I want to start doing them more. It's just a little tricky sometimes. So I'm going to pull Streamlabs down here. All right, I'm going to go back to this cam. So this is what I'm going to change right now. So that transition you see, the little swipe, I don't like it. I want to make a video here. So what I'm going to do, I hope I can do this live. If not, then I'm going to have to figure something out. But if I go to this settings button right here in Streamlabs OBS and add a transition, and this can be a stinger. A stinger allows you to add your own video. I'm going to name this live, or no, let's name it KH transition. And then I'm going to browse for that video. Working drive, live stream assets, live stream transition. So audio monitoring, yes. I'm going to mute my output so then you can hear the audio. Fade out. Audio fade style. Fade. Let's just try that. All right. Default. So KH transition. Let's see. Does it work? I mean, it works, but let's see, how can we make this better? Because for one, I don't think it can be transparent. Yeah, this is pretty obnoxious. So, alright, so that was pretty obnoxious, but it wasn't terrible. So I know something that we're starting with. So I know now that in Streamlabs, it actually goes right away. So it's like, if you have transparency data, it will play in right there. So I mean, not the end of the world, but let's see how we can make this better. The problem is I have this transparent background. So what I'm gonna do is actually right click down here, new. Let's do solid. And I wanna make this solid white. So what if it's just, yeah, what if I just pull it in from here, to be honest? So if I just pull it into there and then I change the opacity of my white solid to match at I like this. So that should be theoretically better because that's popping out. I'm going to pull this down to here because this is really going to be a quick transition. It's just going to be this. Yes. That looks good. Change that opacity down to here. And so then immediately it should start bringing in that. All right, cool. So let's go to File, Export, Add to Render Queue. Lossless, RGB and alpha, okay. We're just gonna change that live stream transition. We're just gonna replace it. Oh boy, did you guys hear that? I did not know After Effects did that. Well, that was interesting. That was the first time I've ever heard that in my life. Export, add to render queue, lossless, RGB and alpha, live stream count transition 2. There we go. All right, we got that. Let's pull in Streamlabs and change this transition. Stinger. Live stream transition 2. Mute output. Here we go. Page says your live streams are fire. Ooh, did you guys see that? Hey, what do we think? Does it work? Like transitioning to videos here and there? That's a pretty good transition. I'm not going to transition often, but like if I'm in the Premiere and then I need to go to self cam, boom, we just created. Yes, it worked. So, hey, babe, I miss you. Oh, my backlight just died. But my girlfriend's in the chat. And yeah, we just made our first asset and I'm pretty stoked. It's clean. The only thing I think is that audio. Like, what do you think? That audio? It kind of like comes in a little harsh. So I'm going to do that one more time just because I'm a perfectionist. So all I need to do is delete that clip because we're not even using it. And let's check out our waveforms. Oh, got the intro going. All right. We're going a little cuckoo right now. All right, so yeah. Let's check out the waveform on this audio. Yeah. Actually, I think it was just because we had that on here, but let's bring that intro down to like -20 and then immediately up to 0. Yeah, that looks good. All right, file, export, add to render queue, lossless, RGB and alpha to save the transparency data. This is the third one we're making, but hopefully it's the last one. Render. Do you understand how fast that renders? That's like wild to me. That is so wild. All right, AJ says, what did you say, AJ? I'm moving things around. Do you have a video of everything you need to live stream? I do not. I just kind of figured it out. Like, it's weird where like I just started thinking about it. Like, the only thing you need to live stream is actually a camera, like a webcam. But I'm using my A7S III connected to a capture card, and it's only 1080 until I upgrade to a 4K capture card. But I don't want to spend like $200 on that. And I just cleaned up my whole setup, so the only thing you really need is a camera, a computer that can stream, and good internet. Because like I'm streaming in 4K right now, so that's why you get better quality. But you need fast upload to do that. So I have like 20 up right now, which isn't too fast, but yeah, that's pretty much it. But you can hit me up on Instagram and I can tell you everything. What I'm using to transition is a Loupedeck Live. They sent me this out for review, and you can basically click things and change your scenes, and I can cue things. So yeah, all right. So let's change out that audio real quick. I'm gonna pull in. Oh snap! I just moved something. Man, when you move something into Streamlabs, it's like, whoo, what'd you do to me? All right, let's lock that so that doesn't happen again. Move Streamlabs in here and change to this one and change our global transition. KH transition stinger. Let's make this transition 3. I'll change these names later, but for the time being, let's admire our work. So I'm gonna pause the song right now, and let's watch. It almost like flashed me before it's. Do you see that? Or maybe that was like the first one. Yeah. Okay, yeah, cool. So it's working. So when I transition now, this is what it will look like, which is kind of cool. So it's like a quick little transition and everything. I like it. I mean, I think it looks cool. I mean, it's. What do you think? Do you think it looks cool? I don't know. 10 people that are in here. It's like 10 people are watching. Like, is it constantly 10 people? Because like. Oh, it's 22. Maybe I just need to refresh this page. Oh, yeah. So I just need to refresh that page because that was like 20 watching. Whatever. I don't care about numbers, y'all. So now that we created a transition, we have the intro video. This is what we'll play before all of my live streams now. So then I can get set up and kind of like talk to you and have like a little hype build up. I made this countdown in After Effects. Super simple. But... What's up, Rivu? Welcome to the live stream. I'm just showing everyone all my stuff and the transitional stuff that I have. So we checked off the main thing that I want to do is the transition. Now I need to figure out something that I can play that has music and also has like visuals to basically say that, look, I'll be right back, or like I'm going to the bathroom or something like that. So then I can click a button down here and cue that up. Just like I can cue my intros. And now you're probably gonna get tired of seeing that because I already am. But let's do that. Like, let's do a be right back. Also, click out some music. Boom. All right, we got some music bumping. So, let's make a new sequence on the end screen. And let's rename this to live stream BRB. I'm gonna change my composition. Also, let me know if the music's too loud because I turned that up. The transition is cool, is what you said? You like this transition? You like it? Because I like it. It never gets old. All right, let's go back. Thank you, F. Schmittick. F. Schmittick, thank you. So, yeah, this is what I'm imagining my BRB screen to be. Why would I make something new if I already have this, you know? So I have this, but let's see if we can modify it a little bit. Like, I may want to like put a camera in here. So if I create a text, I'm gonna show you something cool. This is how you make something. Oh yeah, music's too loud. I cranked that all the way up, yo. That was all the way to the top. All right, I'll turn it down for you. All right, so let me know. I keep messing with it. We'll see. I think that's... Oh, that's why. Good. All right, that should be good. Dude, I wanted to ball out, y'all. Just let me ball out. All right, so we're going to create some 3D depth to here. So I'm going to right-click down here in the timeline and go to New and create a text. And I'm going to just type something. Should I do be right back? Yeah. To be right back. Let's increase the text size. And let's pick a font. There's one that I was working with earlier on or something. Nope. I think it begins with a B. Well, there's R born or something. We'll see. I'm going to hit P on my position to bring this over here. Because like I want my background to be like really blurry. I don't really want to see it. So I'm going to do some tricks here in a little bit. And also the align properties in After Effects is amazing. Premiere, where are you at? Why don't you have that yet? Come on, Premiere. What are you doing? All right, so obviously you can't see this text, but let's just change this to black. So now you can see the text, but how do we create some depth in here? I'm also gonna decrease the size a little bit more and change the kerning on this guy. Be right back. I love that. Align this to the center again. And now let's create some depth. So if I make these layers 3D by clicking this button right here and go to new camera, I can choose the camera, and this will be like, I'll just name this 3D. All right, yeah, 3D. You can choose the length and stuff. I turned the volume down, guys, don't worry. Transition is dope, thank you. I think it's exciting. It's gonna be cool that I can flip back and forth. Your PC specs. I have a GTX 1080, which isn't that great, but hopefully to upgrade soon. 32 gigs of RAM. A Strix 3070E gaming PC with a Intel i7 8700K. So I built this a while ago, but I have a video on my channel if you want to check it out. It actually goes over everything. Just look up custom desk build Kyler Holland. That'll pop up. All right, so we're in After Effects again, and now I'm gonna change the view. If I go to 4 views, I can see all of these views, and from the top view, this is kind of what we want to pay attention to. If I go on my text and I change the, where is it? There we go, I opened it up. Now if I change the X orientation, I want to do Z because Z, nope. How do I do this? Let me figure this out real quick, like position. So there's my position. Everything's, this is 3D. Pause for effect. Because if I go to position, it should give you another value. What am I not doing? Active camera, there we go. So the camera's working. These layers are 3D, but like, for example, this Be Right Back, I need to move this in space. And I don't have my like Z-axis that I typically want. There it is. There's my Z-axis. Okay, sorry, that took me a while. I was like, what is going on? So I'm pulling this Z-axis from the top-down camera forward a little bit, and you can look on the right view camera that you can see it's pulling forward. After Effects just got an update, because that's why I couldn't see all this stuff. You see all these like new lines? That's pretty cool. So now if I change the position of my camera, check that out. Look at that active view on the right, on the upper right. That looks sick. If I just do an orbit like this, I think that'll be a nice, smooth way to say that, like, look, I'm going to be right back. So what I'm going to do is actually, let's see. Zoom out on this one, because obviously when I change the position of my camera, so obviously when you change the rotation of your camera, check out that active view on the top right. It brings in these edges. So what I need to do is actually zoom in on my camera. So let's change this zoom. Let's punch in, like say right there, and then let's see what we got. Oop, nope, I don't want that. Nope, I don't want that. I want my camera. So yeah, look at that. Oh, that is so crispy. I like it. So what else? How far can I go? So let's put keyframes in these corners. Hold on, let's see what if I can create a wiggle on, like a wiggle expression on the position. That, like, wiggle. What's the wiggle? It's an X value. So wiggle, let's try 100 by 10 and close that off. What did that do? Did that do anything? Okay, so yeah, it did something. Oh god. You know, I think I might have broken After Effects with that wiggle expression. I'm going to close this real quick and then reopen After Effects. Well, while that's opening, just know that we were talking specs earlier. And, yeah, I crashed After Effects. So whoever, you know, asked me, like, even my computer crashes. It crashes all the time. That's why you got to constantly save your work. Because you never know when something like this is going to happen. All right, let's go back. So I think we're back. Yeah, we should be back. All right, cool. Yeah. Let's drag this over here. And I don't know if we can necessarily do a wiggle on that. I know we can. I just don't know the exact wiggle expression. So I'm just going to do this manually and loop it using a loop expression. So position. And then let's change this camera. I need to lock these layers because I keep grabbing them. And I'm pulling my camera. All right. Why can't I grab this? I was just doing it earlier. Well, let's just rotate it manually. So there we go. And we'll create a little depth down here. Let's do, we don't want this to be fast, so then let's say like every 10 frames or every 10 seconds theoretically. Yeah. You see that glitch that just happened? What the heck was that? All right, let's zoom out. And let's move the position. All right, like that. That's looking good. So let's see what that looks like. Yeah, these look good. So what I'm going to do is highlight all of these keyframes. F9. F9 will basically just smooth these out. And now I'm also noticing that I need to decrease the size of my text because my text is pretty large. And I'm also going to blur out my background. What's up, everyone? Bayu, hi from Indonesia. What's up? Play, learn. Hello from Vietnam. How's it going, y'all? Welcome to the live stream. We're playing around within After Effects to create some assets for my YouTube and stuff. So it's coming together nicely. I'm going to reset my slider so it's getting off a little bit. I think I need to do an update on it. But Angel, thank you for the YouTube buttons. I appreciate it. All right, let's get back into After Effects. All right, so what I did now, let's go back to the position on our camera. And you can see that we have this going on. And I want to play around with a loop expression. Because if I actually create a loop then I should be able to just like loop this. So loop out. Yeah, let's go to this last keyframe and toggle position and type in loop. Loop out. Close that off. And then theoretically, let's watch this. Does it loop? Okay, yeah, so it loops, but it doesn't loop exactly where I want it to. So you see how it like snaps right here? Boom. It snaps, but it definitely loops our sequence. And that's an expression that you can do. Just add it onto something. Shout out from Morocco. How's it going? What is this song? Let's change our music to something a little bit more. My heart's been ripped wide open. Yeah, that'll work for now. So many mixed emotions. Browse. I'm on Artlist right now. Let's change the genre to cinematic and then just play. All right. So now what we need to do, I want to make this probably like 3 minutes long. So composition settings. Change our composition settings to 3 minutes. Okay. And also, if you look at this, I don't actually have 3 minutes of this underlying clip. So what I need to do is Control D to duplicate that layer and drag it on top. And then on this top layer, I need to change the opacity from 0 up to 100% so that it should theoretically blend in there. I mean, look at that. You can't even tell. Perfect. So yeah, that'll blend in. So let's copy that a couple times. This will get a little messy. I'm just going to get, you know, because as long as it blends together, we should be fine. Boom chakalaka, boom chakalaka. That looks good. Control D to duplicate this and drag that all the way out. How far do we have to go? Oh my god, not too much more. Drag that out. Drag that out. All right. So now we need to create a perfect loop because I created this loop out expression. And on this, I know that I theoretically could create a perfect loop. Sub, you said, can you upload this video on your YouTube? Actually missed it. Yeah, I mean, this will be on my live stream. Or this will be on my channel afterwards. So I need to basically replicate this keyframe. So I'm going to hold Alt or Option on a Mac and copy that. So then theoretically when I get to here, well, let's delete the loop out expression. And let's also drag that, be right back, all the way out there. So we start. I'm gonna go to one view. 3D camera track. Oh, that's why. Because I didn't hold. You can't hold Alt and drag anymore? What? What the heck? Why can't you hold Alt and drag? Well, I'm going to Control C. Control V to paste. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, so we created a couple keyframes and it looks like this. If I scrub through this, be right back. It goes down. Let's do one, let's do one more. Change the position. Yeah, that looks good. Let's zoom this one in this time. So yeah, it goes like this. Dun, dun, dun. It goes in, zooms out. And then I'm going to create another one actually. Because I don't want it to be like close, similar to the same. So I'm going to change the position to upside, and then over this way. And zoom in even more, because why not? And then this final one will basically go back to this thing. Because really, I could keyframe this entire thing, but since this keyframe right here and this keyframe are the same thing, if I hold Alt and... what am I doing? If I hold Alt and click on my position and type in loop and do a loop out and colon at the end, then theoretically, watch what happens. If I keep scrolling through this, look, I don't have any keyframes over here. Nothing. But what's happening is it's actually taking all these keyframes and looping it. So since my starting keyframe and my ending keyframe are the same thing, when I loop into this, watch what happens. It loops in, everything's Bezier, and look, it's almost seamless. Like, there's no cut, there's nothing going on, and it just loops perfectly. That, my friends, that is a pretty nice feature. All right, so we have this in the chat, 25 of you. Do I... well, that was a glitchy transition because I was rendering. Do I add audio on this? I feel like I should. Like just some random songs, because like most of the time I'm not going to be gone for more than 3 minutes. Because if I have to go to the bathroom, then theoretically it would be pretty quick, right? So I'm going to say yes, but what song should I put on here? Like something cinematic, something upbeat, hip hop. Like what are we trying to do, you know? So yeah, we'll figure that out. All right, so we've created this kind of 3D animation thingy, but I want to actually blur out my background because I want more separation between the Be Right Back and the KH logo. So what I'm gonna do, also I'm gonna add motion blur onto the text and on all of these layers. All right, so yeah, let's, on this adjustment layer, if I go to the effects and presets and type in blur, what do I get? CC cross blur, CC lens, camera lens blur, camera shake deblur. Let's drag camera lens blur. And if I drag that, I drag that onto the adjustment layer, camera lens blur adjustment layer. And now I can increase the blur radius. So obviously you can't see it. What am I doing? Triangle? What kind of blur do I want to do? Pentagon? Pentagon would be cool. Roundness of my blur. I didn't even know you could do that. I'm gonna change this to 20 because I don't want it to be like too blown out, so let's do 10. Yeah, that's definitely a little bit more blurry. Gain. Oh, gain adds like a little vignette thingy. I didn't know that. And this is, most people ask like how I learn. Like literally it's this. Like I am just playing around in After Effects. I don't even know what half the stuff does. I just kind of figure it out. So obviously our render is going to take a little bit longer because we are blurring out the background. But I think already that blurred out background is separating this text, but something about this text needs to pop out more because like the RIGH is getting missed in this thing. So let's look at just some other effects that we can do. And maybe I just do like a standard Gaussian blur instead of that one. So yeah, let's drag that Gaussian blur on there and just delete the camera lens blur. Oh yeah, it likes that so much more. Let's do this, change this to half. Nope, we're gonna stay on third. All right, so we did that. Class says, I feel like on investing, all right, what did you say? You said, I feel like investing on a mic for voiceover starter. What mic do you advise me to buy? Dude, there's so many out there that you can get for like really cheap. I mean, I have one that I'm not using, but it was It was an AT2020. Just look up AT2020. It was like $90. You can get a USB version, and I used that for my first like 5 to 6 years on YouTube, and just like for everything, like voiceovers. It was great, had good quality. So yeah, AT2020. Look that up. Sub, I definitely will upload this video after it's done. Let's go back in. All right, so we are in here again, and what should I do? Like maybe make the background darker. So let's do like curves and drag this onto the adjustment layer, since that's our background layer, and pull this down. But see, like when I pull it down, like it doesn't help at all. And if you brighten it up, you lose stuff too. So I don't really think I'm gonna do anything. Maybe like the highlights. If I pull those highlights down, doesn't look terrible, but that looks pretty good. So now let's create some text effects. On my text, if I go down through here, how, path options, more options, fill and stroke, grouping alignment. All right, that just changes that. So let's look at some effects that we can add to our text layer. Like I could add some drop shadows, but I really just want to play around with all this stuff to see what I can create. So if I go to distort, what do we get? Well, we have the corner pen. We know what that does. Twirl, ripple, reshape. No, I don't want any of that stuff. Honestly, like, I think that's blend. Sometimes I'll just drag on an effect and then change it just to see what it does. Like this one changes apparently the green values and all that stuff. Like, ooh, what if I just honestly change the entire color of my text? Because that would make it pop. Like, it doesn't have to be black. And I could pick my favorite color. Ooh, but my favorite color is too bright. Do a darker version of it. Yeah, how do we feel about that? Yeah? Or should we go with like something more bold, like a red? Ooh, I kind of like the red. Red? Which one? That one? Nah, I like that one. So yeah, now we have this. This is our be right back for now. If I'm ever needing to leave the live stream or go to the bathroom, I'm probably going to change this later, but this is just like a test, like a proof of concept, just to see if it works and stuff. But yeah, I like that. I still don't know if I love the color. Let's put it back to red. You're saying blue? All right, you know what? I'm going blue. Back to blue it is. Oh shit, there's a good one. Try gold. I'm sticking with this one. That's a solid color. That looks good. All right. So I can create some like opacities, but I think that's good because like it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like this can just be like a look. I'll be right back, type of thing. So yeah, let's export this out and import it in because we have our loop command, which is working. And while this is exporting, let's find a song on Artlist. Add to render queue, lossless. Yeah, I can keep RGB. I don't need the alpha channel. So, live stream BRB. Let's render that sucker. And let's pull into Artlist. Alright, so that is rendering. Alright, so I always get where, like, what do you do for music and how do you get songs and everything? And it's like, I find songs through different providers, MusicBed, Artlist, Epidemic Sound, all over the place. I like Artlist the most when I'm live streaming because like when I upload the video or post it live, they'll immediately say like, okay, you're good. All these songs that are playing in the background, I have access to. So I have literally tons of music I can play. So that means I'm coming to here for a song. So let's just type cinematic and powerful and then just start listening to these. So I'm going to crank it up a little bit. Whoops. So overused. This one's exactly 3 minutes. What do we think? Huh. I mean, it's not bad. I'll find one. Keep browsing. Too Brazilian. Ha ha ha. Alright. I'll keep browsing. Enjoy the game. This one's like epic. I've actually used this song, but I like it. I'm using that one because I like it, and I don't want to spend 8 hours just browsing music when I can, do this later. So I'm gonna download that song and put it into my background in Premiere. But just kidding. Check this out. This render is going to take forever because that Gaussian blur I put on the back. Well, that's apparently going to take 44 flippin' minutes. But that's okay because I don't think it'll actually take 44 minutes. You know what I mean? Let's just stop this real quick and then see if... Oh goodness, I might have frozen After Effects again. But I want to actually see if that Gaussian blur is the only reason. Yeah, there we go. If the Gaussian blur is the only reason that it freaks out. Because... if it is, and I just delete all these effects, obviously it's not as good. Or maybe I'll probably do this. I'll just export out a minute for now, and then I'll come in here later and then fine tune this just for the sake of this live stream, so I'm not spending hours exporting, because no one likes watching paint dry. So why would they like watching me export videos? They wouldn't. BRB1. And hold on, did I see that right? Did that say that it actually held that export like in my drive? Live stream assets. Live stream BRB 26 gigabytes. Wait. Excuse me. So in After Effects, when you stop a recording, there's no way. There's no way this is like a full video. What? Oh, okay, good. It chops out. Because I was like, when you stop a video in Premiere, it like freaks out on you, right? So yeah, this will take 10 minutes. So we just did that. Obviously, it might be a little bit sketchy because, what did I say? Because I'm rendering and streaming at the same time. But let's get to the chat. Everyone says keep browsing. 2 Brazilian. I love it. So yeah, hopefully that works. Honestly, I could bring it in here. What am I doing? Pause this. Stop that. I need to bring that song in that I just downloaded. Get away. Welcome to the Afterlife. Drag that into here. Oops, I dragged it into the wrong project. So let's check in on chat. Class said, kind of awkward for me to ask for that, but I DM'd you last week on IG when you had your last live. Can you help me out, please? What did you ask? I feel like investing on a mic. Can you help me out? Yeah, man. I told you what mic I would have gotten. So what more would you like? All right, yeah, we have the audio in there, so let's export this out and, yeah, figure out something else to do. BRB2. I need to learn how to export. Oh, that's going so much faster. I love it. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, so right now we got 23 peeps in here. Is that right? Or is it not right? 24. What's up, everyone? Where are you from? Welcome to the live stream. Basically, if you're just tuning in, I am working with the Loupedeck live to help my live stream and transition between scenes and elements, so I can like go like this and transition scenes. And we created that transition earlier. I can go into like my stream starter. So this is how like my streams will start from here on out. So it's like a little countdown, so you know exactly when I'm gonna go live. But technically this is already live. And like just creating these things to make the stream a little bit higher quality, so then when I'm doing tutorials live, then it works a little bit seamlessly. So then I theoretically can make tutorials, because then I can just bam, cue my intro. Obviously it's not going to play like great right now because I'm rendering, and if I pull up my PC right now, you can see that it's getting all of the CPU and all of the memory because I am rendering right now. So thank you, After Effects, for pulling in all of this stuff. But man, it's just going crazy. So while that's rendering, because that might take a little bit longer, let's talk about what I did for cleaning up my desk. So this is a little inside scoop on a project that I'm working on, but I basically went through all my drives and created a NAS. And what a NAS is let me pull up a read speed, or like a disk speed, I guess what we would call it, like a, I don't know, test or benchmark. But a NAS is something that allows you to put drives in so you can access that. So this isn't on my computer. This is on my network. And I actually wired this through 10 gigabit connections. So if you pull up my regular NAS, let's do a little test on my NAS right here. This is my first NAS that I ever got. And that was a while ago. It has 4 terabytes. So I'm just going to put a bunch of assets on there. But if I do a speed test on it, you can see that like you won't really get that fast of speeds. Like I'm getting gigabit connection speeds, which is 118 megabytes per second, and 118 write. But what is awesome is if I go to my Synology NAS, this is on my Y, this is KH NAS. This has 32 terabytes. If I do a read and write test on this, check it out. I'm getting close to Drum roll. What am I getting close to? 590 read and write from hard drives. What? Like, that's a thing that's possible? So why this is great is because now I can do gigabit or 10 gigabit connection transfer speed. So when I'm having a backload stuff or offload footage, I can literally copy it to my computer and then copy it over. And speaking of copying it to my computer, on my actual computer, I have now a new NVMe drive, and this is my working drive where I always work off of. But check out how fast this drive is. This drive is insanely fast, and it is probably the smallest drive ever. But once this loads up, and this is the one I'm working off of After Effects, so it would be faster. Typically, you get 3,500 read and 3,300 write. So yeah, After Effects is about halfway done, so that's great. But this whole reorganizing thing is what I've been wanting to do for the longest time. And because I was swamped, I mean, this video that I'm going to be releasing soon, hopefully, will go over everything. It's going to teach you how to store your footage, like what I do, like how do you manage it, where do you put it, and what's going on with it. And like, I used to have 10 drives in my computer. Like, if you watch the video I had a while ago, it was literally like deleting this video in 24 hours or something, and I talked about how many drives I have and what's going on. But this is amazing to me because like I finally got rid of it all because it was just overwhelming. So I feel a lot cleaner, but all my drives are back there right now, so I'm still in the process of cleaning up, but I like to condense and make things clean as much as possible. So Magma said, did you try the Elgato Stream Deck? Now I see that thing. Yeah, so the Elgato Stream Deck I have not, but most people do. So I just tried this one out because they sent it to me for a review. But I'm pretty impressed with this so far. You can switch profiles and it has a touchscreen, I think Elgato's buttons. So, I mean, I'll definitely probably pick one up, but for the time being, this thing works. I can see, like, it has like a display so I can see what I'm doing. So if I want to cue my logo intro, I can cue it up, or I can switch scenes. Like, it's nice because it's touchscreen. So yeah, definitely like that. Classy said, well, it was about Sam Newton's The Sound of Sahara video. I can't figure out which effect is minute 321. Well, let's check that out right now. So, The Sound of Sahara. Let's pull in YouTube. My computer might be a little bit laggy right now just because I am pulling in that rendering. Like, I'm literally rendering in After Effects right now. So if it is laggy or the stream is laggy, just know that is why. All right, The Sound of Sahara, Sam Newton. Sounds of Sahara, Morocco travel film.
We don't come here to see the desert.
You said 322.
West Virginia.
And each evening as the sun dropped, we would set up a fire for a night filled with more stories, food, and songs.
What effect are you talking about? You said on audio effect? Like at 322?
More stories, food, and songs.
That's just background. Like, he has a bunch of layers, so it's like, that's the only thing that I could think of. Like, it's just in the background. So he has like a main audio track, and then he has another layer beneath it, which is the fire. He has another layer beneath it, which is the singing in the background, and then another layer of the guitar and the drum. So it's just a bunch of layers, and I don't really hear any effects on it. It's just lower decibels, or it's lower decibel than the actual audio track. Because it could be a filter, like you said, a high pass filter or a low pass, but it doesn't sound like a low pass. It's definitely like a high pass filter. because low pass creates that underwater effect, and a high pass kind of like that radio. I don't know how to describe it. So yeah, I think it's a high pass, but I don't really know what your I can't figure out which effect. So yeah, yeah, I don't know what else to tell you there. Hassan says, will you always do tutorials like these, bro? Yeah, man, I'm always like planning on doing stuff like this because it's fun, and it gives me something to do, and it's more exciting. Oh, did you hear that? That's the sound of After Effects being done. So now that we have that, let's open up our Loupedeck software and bring in our streaming software, because now we have to create the BRB, or like the Be Right Back thing. So in Stream OBS or Streamlabs, I have Premiere. Like I really need to rename these, but this is just what I use to record. So I need to make a live one. So in this one, I am going to create a new media. Yes, media source. Add source, and I'm going to add a new source and call this BRB. Add that source, and then let's do local file and pull in our livestream BRB2, and let's do restart playback when source becomes active. Yes, so then when I activate that by unhiding it, it will restart it. And click done. Also, yeah, I like that. And then also we need to go in here and change the properties on our mixer so that our BRB is actually monitoring. So then we should hear that song. Correct? Yes. So yeah, now that that works, let's program it. So in the Loupedeck software, I know that this is my like logo intro, so I can, like, if I'm in Premiere, I can do this, and then I have my intro. So what I'm gonna do is actually program it down here. So I'm gonna go over here to the left-hand side and find, let's see, Premiere sources. BRB, drag that down here. So when I click that now, it unhides and hides my BRB layer. So now if I have to go to the bathroom, I can literally just click this. So that looks good. And I might have to play around with the quality, like if it lags at all, because it sounds like it's lagging. But we will just have to see. So I'm gonna go like this, add another media source. Change it to the BRB one. That looks great. And then also see what my mixer's doing. Monitor only. And let's just do the first test. So everyone who's in the chat, I can switch between my scenes. I have that transition. We have the intros that I've created. Ooh, also I have to go onto self-cam and drag that BRB one. So there we go. So we have the transitions that we've created. We have the intro video. This is how I start my live streams, and it goes into that. Then I can go into self-cam with that intro, so it's really sick. And now we can do the BRB test. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Oh, 1 second. 1 second. I actually need to keep looping this. So then when it loops, so then theoretically it should continually loop. Try it again. Let me know if it looks good. All right. Did that work? Did it work? The 18 people that are in here, I know one of you should be able to tell me. Hopefully. All right, we've been live for an hour and 10 minutes. Ugh. But we've gotten a lot accomplished in order to make the live stream the way I want it to, which is really nice. I also have the option to do this where I can like click this button myself. I mute myself. It's pretty cool. And I can adjust the volume of so then it's pretty quiet and it goes all the way up until it starts to hear me, and then it sounds pretty good. So I'm going to listen to the live stream real quick. One of you should be able to tell me. Hopefully. Yeah, so it looks good. Hassan says, "How you doing, brothers and sisters?" Yes, we're doing good. We're doing really good. That's another thing I want to do is I know Streamlabs should have a way in here to actually add text or like add your guys' chat, but I'm not entirely sure. So let's see if we can do it. Add a group, toggle selective, new source. I think new source, and then let's just see like widgets, alert box. I think that like tells you subscription goal. Let's see what that does. New friends, set a goal for your viewers to reach. Okay, so YouTube subscribers. Chat box. Yes, this is what I want. Add source. I've never done this. So visual settings, clean, boxed. I think clean looks good. Always show messages. Yes, always show messages. Font settings. Let's just click done and see if that does anything. But like, yeah, look, like it doesn't pop up. There's nothing in there. Chatter source. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. Yeah, so if anyone knows how to create a chat, let me know. But yeah, you said my camera's moving. Yes, it is. Welcome to the live stream. It's pretty sick. But yeah, I'm trying to create a chat, and I don't know how to do this. HTML. You can do custom codes. Chatter. Obviously, custom CSS needs no, like it should just pop up. Maybe I'm not doing something right, but I will figure that out eventually. But let's look at other widgets. We have a viewer count. Let's see what that does. 20. Okay, so the viewer count kind of works. I'm going to put that up there on the top left so that I know that no one is watching my stream. But it's okay. Let's see what other widgets we got. The jar, media share, spin wheel, instant replay. Automatically plays your most recently captured replay. Stream boss, spin wheel. Manually triggers anytime they're live. What is the spin wheel? This could be like something that I create for, I guess, if I wanted to make whatever the work thing is. If I wanted to make, what's the term? Something like After Effects or Premiere, that type of stuff. Just says, you're doing it right, but YouTube's chat is a little different from Twitch's. Yeah, I kind of figured that because like originally I would do something like this where I would simply create a source and go to window capture, and then I would choose my chat pop-out window and click done and then do this, but then I would have to change the, like I'd have to zoom in on this to make it pop up. Like, it's just not something that I want to do. Then I have to like resize this. You know what I mean? So it's like, I want to figure it out. I want to figure out how to like do it correctly. So maybe I'll do that for now. But I mean, that works for now, but it's nothing like crazy. You know, I want it to look clean. And wait, hold on. You're doing it right. Do you see that? It popped up. It's down here. Haha. Maybe because it only registers new chats. So just spam the chat real quick. Help a brother out and spam the chat while I modify this chat box. Because how do I chatter? I want y'all's names to change, not just be the same. Chat boxes take a while to load. Well, now we know. Ooh, it works. Ha ha. I'm so happy now. We got that going. So maybe, I don't know, do I pull it to the right or the left side? Look at that. We actually look like we're doing something. I'm doing good. All right, let's put it on the self cam. Add chat box. Add that source. Premiere. Every time I switch scenes, I think it refreshes. So like if I'm in this one, then that chat box, it's going to take a minute for it to load up. Yes? Is that correct? Now we know. Now we know. They're going to know. Visual settings clean. Let's do boxed. Twitch. Old school. Let's try boxed. See if that's a little bit cleaner. I don't know. I mean, we're just learning. Scenes refresh. I believe in the Streamlabs webpage, there's more options to customize it. Yeah, well, hopefully. I mean, because it's like, it takes a little bit. Like, I want this stuff to be perfect. But all scenes doesn't. That's just my guess. Do we like the box one or like the actual thing? I think the box is kind of cool because one, it's just like easier to read when you're on different scenes and stuff. There should be a setting to stop that. Honestly, I wish there was because font settings, chatter, hide common chats, hide selected property source, shut down source when not. No, there we go. Maybe that's it. Shut down source. So then I go back to Premiere, chat box, visual settings, source, shut down source when not visible. Good vibes over here, Premiere. Come on. Yeah, wait. Yeah, you're doing great. Good vibes over here. Check that out. You're doing great, bro. Dude, we have chat. Yes! This is better because, one, I feel like people would want to comment more if they actually have chat going. Now it's just a matter of, like, optimizing it, you know? Because I don't want to be too much. Like, if I'm editing, like, I don't want it to just be overwhelming. Like, currently it's this big. So, I mean, is that a good size? Can you read it on YouTube? I think you can. Cool, cool. Well, wait, if I go back to this one, this one's like cut down because I obviously cut that down a little bit, but if I go back to that self cam, it's not too bad. I think we got a lot done. Yes, chat. Yes, yes, yes. Now it's like, do we like the box one or do we like the clean one? Ah, shit. Every time I change it, it has to reload. So spam the chat again, please. Please help me out. While you're doing that, I'm going to, play around with my slider. Because this thing's cool. So I can control it from my phone. Spam the chat. And I can get these crazy angles. But this is a monitor that I just added. This is my current setup. I have a dome light on top and then just a bunch of stuff down there. A backlight, but it's not working right now. So sequence 1. I'm going to bring this back and then restart it. You like the box, you said. I do like the box. I reckon it make it smaller. So yeah, I like the box, but there's something about like these ones that like makes it like smaller. Like it doesn't invade too much on my chat. So yeah, you said the clean one. All right, the clean one. The clean one. Got it. All right, I'll keep it this one for now. I mean, if there's a way, I want to figure out how to change that color. Background color. Let's increase the font a little bit. It's like 17. Theme, font settings. Because you can do text color, but how can I actually do like your name colors? Because your guys' names, I can't change. Enable custom code. Oh boy. I'm in over my head. Whatever. I'm just going to do that. Just Pedro, as a fellow OBS designer, the rectangle looks good. You know what? We're going to go back to that rectangle. Ugh. I can change it later anyways. And I probably will. But this is just for fun. All right. So to recap, we did the intro video. This is the stream starting, like whenever I do that. Yeah, so we did that. That's good. We have the transition that transitions in between elements. That looks good. And then we have the logo intro. If I'm on my self cam, I can cue that up. And if I'm on Premiere or if I'm on a editing software, I have my logo intro there as well. So that's pretty good. We also have on both of these screens, I have a BRB button that I click and then it queues up the BRB. So yeah, I'm gonna keep playing around with that one because it gets a little glitchy and stuff. But yeah, and then also on Premiere, we have the viewer count at the top. Shut down source. No, I don't want to shut down the source at all. Font. Manage viewer count. YouTube viewers. Yes. So that can just be up there, hopefully for like future reference. And then self cam. Let's add that viewer count. Should I add anything else? Obviously, got to make that a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's good. I'm trying to think. I don't really know yet. Remember not to flush it to the commenter's name. That's true. Why is the source not popping up now? Because we had chat. What's going on? Give me the chat again. While we're waiting, spam the chat. Because a lot of people have all this stuff. What was I going to say? We have 1,200 playbacks on this video already. That's a lot. Check source layers. Source layers. See, I saw your thing come in, but now the chat went away. Oh, enable custom code. That's why. So now it should be good because I had enable custom code selected. And then maybe that like effed it up. Right? I guess we just need chat to go. What should I do for the rest of this video? Like, I don't really want to make a closeout. Like, what if I could just be like, y'all, thanks for tuning in, blah, 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 and then click a button, and then it, like, launches some ending highlight. Like, I want to get better at highlight videos, so maybe if I just, like, make more highlights, I guess that'll make sense. But if you're in chat, spam a smiley face or spell out something and teach me how to do it. Spam. Aha, it's popping up again. I think I just enabled like custom code, so it just like didn't work. But don't spam too much, because I don't want YouTube to like kick you or something. So I got to Premiere. It's still there. Yeah, cool. I think this works for now. I mean, I can change it up. The only thing I don't like about the box is it actually like pops up too far. So this is my last change, and then I'm done doing this for the entire night because I'm already mad. I'm sticking with clean. I've already made up my mind. I'm sticking with clean. It has to be it. It has to be clean, because if it's not clean, then it doesn't look that good. And plus I can make it bigger or smaller as needed. Premiere, chat box, boom. All right, well, I guess I'll end today's video with showing you something that I was working on. And I'm going to open up Premiere and jump into this. So far I'm like pretty impressed with the Loupedeck Live. It works great for my needs. All right, let's Premiere storage workflow. Open this up and then change. Pro tip in Premiere, don't try to drag things around like I'm doing right now before it opens up, because then you're gonna like crash Premiere. But I am impatient. All right, so now this is what chat looks like when I'm in Premiere. So obviously I could like change my layout up, so then my projects are like this, you know? What do? I get a non-copyrighted build up, and then it's about to drop. I switch to a scene where chat shows up with my switch it to a scene where chat shows up with my logo. What do you mean, Kimbles? Like, non-copyrighted build-up would be like using a music provider that you actually own, where it would be like Artlist for me, or something else for you. I use Artlist, MusicBed, and Epidemic Sound, so you can do that. You build it, you make a video, and then you can link it in Streamlabs to be a media source, and then you can play it when it's like hidden or unhidden. So yeah, let's jump into Premiere and give you a teaser of something that I'm working on. Let me change this hardware to change it to my USB. All right, so this video will probably drop sometime soon, but this is what I was talking about. I changed my whole setup up, and a little bit of preface of this. This video that you're about to watch, it's only like 20 or 30 seconds long because I just started it, but it's going to be going over my entire project workflow on whenever you're shooting to backing up footage, because that's something that we all overlook, where it's like you have a hard drive. I have a bajillion hard drives, and that gets full. What do you do? How do you back it up? Like, what are you saving? What's your file structures? How do you stay organized? I want to cover all of that in this video, but it's not going to be released yet. I have to work on it because I want to make this good, but this is the intro. What's up, everyone, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be diving into my entire Premiere Pro workflow when I'm dealing with footage, how I back up, what drives am I using while editing, where's my media cache and scratch files. Let's jump into it. So yeah, that's the start. But one, I'm excited because this will be really cool. And it does go in a little bit further into some like higher level stuff where it's like I talk about
Before I
what
show you my entire workflow,
I have.
I want to let you know what drives I have and what they do. So for starters,
So yeah, it goes over everything, and I will cover all my drives, what I'm saving things to, how I'm working with them. So I'm pretty excited for this video because this has been long awaited, and it's kind of funny because looking back at where I was, let's say like honestly last month, I was so unorganized. Like it just wasn't working for me, and I honestly didn't like it. The way like I was organizing like the structure of my videos and stuff, because I made a video. Where's it at? Deleting this video in 48 hours. I didn't delete it, but it's literally this.
I need help with storage. I have close to 30 terabytes on my computer, and it's
Look
just
how
kinda
disgusting
getting
this is.
overwhelming right now, and I don't know how to organize it all, and I have like these. They're almost all full, and I'm just kind of getting swamped. So my question to you is, hit the comments right now and help.
So yeah, I told you guys to hit the comments and help me out, and boy did you guys deliver. 108 comments, and I read through all of these, and I ultimately came down to creating a bigger NAS solution. And now I have a 10 gigabit Synology 8-bay NAS that I can theoretically copy and transfer videos from at close to 600 megabytes per second transfer speeds, which is insane. I don't know how it's possible, but it is. So ultimately, I'm getting tired. I'm actually probably going to end today's stream, but thank you everyone for tuning into today's live stream. I think it was pretty epic. We did a lot. We did the intro video. We did the logo intros. We did the BRB scenes. We did this switching scenes. Like everything that I wanted to do in today's video was awesome because I wanted to basically make my live stream seem a little bit more higher quality. So hopefully now I can do live stream tutorials in the future. Like what if Tuesdays are actual tutorials and Thursday are live stream Thursdays or something like that. So I'm pretty stoked. It makes me happy that we got a lot accomplished. But as always, you guys know what to do. Click that like button and let me know what you think down in the comments. And hopefully you watch this when it gets posted if you came in late to see what we all did today. And if you don't, just, let me know what you think. Hit me up on Instagram at Kyler Holland. That's pretty much where I always am. And I will see you guys in the next one.